Labs are, the first one is on this, this one is, I guess they call it search or whatever. Is that right? Oh no, there's sort. The second one is search. So first we look at sort, then we look at search. Sort and search, they both are available through the data tab. Were you going to say something there? I hear somebody. So maybe I'll, no? I'm going to mute you. And if you want to talk, then you'll have to, you can unmute yourself. But I'll mute you just so I just don't pick up sort of background, just noises that are just noises. So just a couple more people to let in. Again, so Fatma, Miriam are just here. Miriam must have dropped out. So I am recording this. The two labs, the first one here is this sorting, and the next one is the searching. Both sorting and searching are functions of the data. So we see we have all these drop-down menus here. The data tab, you click on that. You'll see that we have a filter and a sort. That's what we're going to look at today. First, we'll look at the sort. If you click on the sort, well, first you need to highlight an area that you want to sort. So I'm going to highlight this part of the screen and then click on the sort. And then you have some options. You build up a sort here. So for example, if you wanted to sort on all the grades, put all the grades together, and you could go smallest to largest, or you could go largest to smallest. I think in the example you do smallest to largest, but so let's just to be different, let's do largest to smallest, and then we can add another. So you can sort one sort within another. By the way, all this stuff that we're doing here, you can do in SQL with some little SQL queries, and we'll be doing that later in the course. So maybe we could sort them on their name. And last time we did A to Z, so let's do Z to A. And what you'll see is these will sort now. Now they're kind of just randomly into that list. But when we sort them, now we got the grade 9s at the top, and we got them going. Basically, I sorted it the opposite of the way it was sorted before. And then there's another sort that you're to do on the little table there. Maybe I need to make that view. Come on, let's say, have a look. Problem is Zoom taking over my screen again, so I can't see anything. Here we go. I think that's it, yeah. Sort by counselor, although there's just another little sort on here, which was to sort on counselor. But I mean, that's in the video, so something a little different than the video. Let's say we wanted to sort that, but not on counselor. Let's sort it on phone number. Why not, right? So let's sort that on phone number. So we'll go to our data and go to our data, and then we're going to sort. We've highlighted the area already. So I'm going to sort on the contact, and let's just make it, again, going backward. And so those numbers. Now, notice that those numbers, they're not numbers. They're actually entered into the Excel database as string or text. And that's because a phone number, we don't do math on phone numbers, right? Numbers are for doing math, adding, subtracting, multiplying, square rooting, etc. like that. We don't do that with telephone numbers. Telephone numbers are stored in databases as if they were a string, and that's actually kind of an important point. If you talk to anybody in a telephone company, they would have reasons for that. Okay, yeah. Good morning, Fatma. Right, so that's the Camp Tonka. The second one, nobody's been asking me any questions, so I've just been sort of doing the stream of consciousness here. I hope that's okay, kind of like Kanye West or something. I loved Kanye West, by the way. So that's not a backhanded thing at all. So there we go. Now this one, in our second challenge, the idea here is that we're going to, it's like a search, but in SQL it would be a select. So what will happen is if we highlight our, our highlight our table, and you've got to highlight the table that we want to do the search on, and then make sure that we're in the data tab. This time we use the filter. Now notice when I click on the filter, immediately the headings change, and we have these little drop-down boxes which allows us to do our search. And in SQL, each of these would be a field, and we would be able to select them according to something. So for example, if we want to sort all the loans, which are, these are loans, right? Yeah, loan amounts that are, well, here we're selecting all of them, but if I click off the select and say, I only want to have loans of 150. Actually, yeah, so I got all my loans of 150. But actually, when I think about it, what I want to do is I want to be a little bit more exact about that. I want to have loans that are less than 150. Okay, less than 150. And you could do that, and everything is just the loans less than 150. Now, when that filter is applied, you see the filter applied up here in the drop-down. Instead of the drop-down being a little arrow thing, it's now a little filter. And you can apply more than one filter to the same sort of query, if you like. So, well, really, I want to have all the loan amounts of less than 150, but I only want it for, so I'm going to select here. I only want it for jewelry and books. Oh, and clothing. All right, so then I have jewelry, books, and clothing. So I've got two filters applied there now. Okay, so then I want only the things that happened in the year 2015. Put there, and only the things in 2015. And so we got that. All right, and then I want, yeah, okay, so you get the idea, right? So I'm interested in tennis only. So I'm going to do a search. So I'm not clicking on that other stuff. I'm just going to do a search here, and I'm just going to search for tennis. And only the tennis stuff comes up. That's basically the exercises. In this little exercise there that I've just done that, you see we've got filters applied to 4 different filters. All right, now we can turn those filters off. Okay, so I'm going to turn this filter off just by make sure that that is off. And okay, so let's turn this filter off. Select all. And yeah, you can see when the filter turns off, see it change. And let's turn this filter off to select all. And hopefully, yeah, that's okay. So the one filter that's causing us the problem is the tennis. Apparently there's only one tennis. So I'm going to select all there, and we go back to our full screen. So when there's no filter, you got the drop down arrow. When there is a filter, you see a filter there. Basically it. I hope that those exercises are kind of clear to you. Good morning. Haha. Yes. How are you, Gemma? Any questions at all? I hope that was clear. I kind of find that kind of fun. And like I said, keep your eye on this because we will be doing this thing called SQL, Structured Query Language. Oh my God, I love structured query language. Now why? I'm a little bit, what's the word, sentimental. Like my first lecture at university when I got interested in computing was structured query language. So, you know, it's been around for a while. It's even older than me. Oh, no, it's not. All right, yeah, it's almost, no, it's not even almost. It's as old as some of my kids. I think structured query language was invented in the late 1970s. And we've been using it since the 80s. And it's wonderful. I mean, you know, this is what drives your internet. You'll say, oh, no, you're going to say, no, Mark, it doesn't drive the internet. What drives the internet is, you know, Cisco hardware and, you know, our ISPs and IP addresses. Yeah. All right, you know, on the web. But you have to have data on the internet, right? Otherwise, it's useless. And you have to have some way of getting that data. And what we use is all right, so I've been talking a lot. By the way, structured query language. Why did I mention it now? Because in structured query language, which we will be doing later, we work with a lot of tables like this, and we have a bit of a shorthand way of doing it. So we don't have to be so visual as we are here in questions, comments. Wow, it's going to be a short lesson, folks. Short lesson that started late and we'll finish early. No questions at all? All right, so I will have to say I apologize for the late start. Yes, that was what we call technical difficulties. Anyways, we got here. If there's no questions, I'm going to end the meeting. And you can go ahead and you'll find these two files are there for you to download, and there's a Dropbox for you to put your answers in. Okay? Anything at all? No, none so far? Okay. Thanks, students. Good luck with the exercise. Night.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Naja.
Thank you, sir. Goodbye.
Bye, Rueda. Bye, Aisha. See you guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye.